ways of wizards. Previously, decline of Mongol. Rise of Musaid. Musaid? Probably Musaid.
I have assumed.
And Europe continues to Europe. You know, old Alba.
Can we call Europe Europe anymore?
What else could we call it?
The terrible West?
What is? Regardless, what's important is the limiter is off. We have had our largest neighboring threat brought down to manageable size, and it is time once more to
I would like
aggress.
to point out that I just looked up what Musaid is. That is a district in eastern Libya.
Yeah, makes sense. It's a family name getting put on the kingdom.
Okay, so there just happens to be some.
Yeah, some culture shenanigans made their way over here.
Yeah, it's all right. That's fine then.
You know, it's understandable. Maybe somehow some amount of Middle Eastern influence got onto the old subcontinent.
Yeah, that's not weird. It's more just I was assuming that maybe that was literally just Libya going in there.
Not yet. This little scrap, though. You're just independent?
We were currently in the middle of trying to eat up Kathmandu right now, right? That's like our plan.
We are once more on the road to Tibet.
Yeah.
Ambition. And in service of that, we'll have to do some vassal management. Yeah, starting to empower our dukes a little bit may also help with the aggression if they find themselves in a position to start their own wars.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we remain forever on the verge of usurping Kang, thing that still isn't ours due to very delicate metaphysical paperwork. We'll get there any day now. We qualify, we just need the right opportunity to send the insulting letter. Cannot steal a hat mid-war. So we continue to peacefully build and develop, as we are certainly in a very peaceful, prosperous, happy realm, healthy realm.
Decidedly not half dead realm.
Whole fifths of people are alive and well.
Mm-hmm. We definitely did not have any troubles with the Black Death. That wasn't real. That was moon propaganda.
Our mighty demon queen has delivered us from any peril which may or may not have happened.
Mm-hmm.
All is well. One diplomacy. She's perfect. What a scion of the house.
Of course.
So let's see. Yeah, 3 kingdoms involved in the whole area. Do have to take opportunities to adventure. The slab is out there.
We need to get that slab back. It's kind of wild that when our great 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 ancestor or whatever lost it, it somehow made its way back to a ruin somewhere.
It or an appropriate substitute slab.
Yes.
Tell me of secrets in the world. Are any of them slab-shaped? Right, that's that one tiny slice of Byzantium that's out here. That's a thing. A 14-province kingdom, so it would take some amount of fighting to get that established. The delicate process of seizing new realms. The Musaids are our main military rival at this point, being of similar heft and wealth. Well, not exactly similar wealth. They have a lot of cash accumulated right now, but nowhere near the economy that we have at our back. Due to our highly illegal and forbidden level of centralization and development.
Mm-hmm.
I have never before used such a sizable domain to go wide rather than tall. Usually you think, I'll put all my holdings in one province so I can, like, drop a minister on them and get sizable benefits. But what if?
What if you just did that and you also had, like, 100 provinces?
Just be a kingdom. All of it.
The entire thing is a kingdom. Every last one of those has got soup.
Prosperity. One bowl at a time. For that moment, you don't realize how much energy you wasted on vassals.
Unheard of levels of supralization.
Most administrations don't even use 1/10 of their leverage. We have harnessed the entire realm. A bureaucracy which has ascended beyond the limits.
You could call this bureaucracy level 2.
There are no valid ambitions for us. We are satisfied. At 34, there is nothing left to do.
We're done.
Nailed it. Perfect realm.
Demon Queen at 34 has done everything she's ever wanted.
Turned down immortality, as that's definitely how it happened.
Mm-hmm. Didn't need it.
Will already live forever as a vengeful ancestral spirit. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. You, that diplomacy. We've never needed diplomacy.
Diplomacy is an illusion.
Diplomacy is completely needless for a ruler. No one needs that.
Diplomacy is for people who cannot seize what they wish by force.
Mm-hmm.
Force of arms or force of wealth? Or force of brain?
Force of brain is highly recommended.
You don't need to negotiate when you could just arrange for a meteor to crush your opponent's house.
Absolutely. You could convince them to draw the straightest possible line and then cut their hand off in an explosion.
The riddle of the mountain. How many diplomacy is a gun?
All you need. It doesn't matter what the number is. It's all you need.
Trying to invade China and install your dynasty on the imperial throne to ever live and have been there the whole time takes emperor level leverage.
Yeah.
We are not yet that much large. The Mongols did it.
Yeah. You need to be able to defeat like nearly 100,000 troops.
And really, spiritually, legalistically, in our hearts, we've never left China. We have always remained loyal to China. We are the westernmost point of civilization.
Mm-hmm.
The shining beacon which will enlighten the strange and barbarous West. Eventually.
Yeah, that's always been true. We have never once abandoned the idea of being China.
Oh hey, there's a schism inside Musaid. There's some good times.
Ooh. Oh yes.
Nice.
That's good. That's good stuff. Oh boy.
Ah, those splits.
Oh, that is so tempting.
Yeah,
that's Alba up there. Don't worry
ruled
about
by a 3-year-old.
Ooh.
That's the time.
That's it.
That's the move right there. We can go ahead and claim more. Well, hold on. You are at peace right now, aren't you, young man?
Oh boy.
So let me just take that hat off your poor fragile baby neck. A child should not wear a crown until all their bones have solidified.
Yeah, you need to lose about 70 more bones before you can be a king. You need to have exactly 216. That's it.
Alright, so now we have a second kingdom whose laws we need to unfuck. If we can get that into Primogen.
Sorry, I said 216. No, apparently you have capable of kingship so long as you have at least, you know, until you got the 216. That's good. Yeah.
40 bones, no more.
40 bones, no more, no less. That's it. That's the only amount of bones.
Those are the royal bones.
Yep. Remove all of the other bones right now. Replace them with larger bones that don't move.
Alright. So I need to get my vassals to not be angry. Alright, so who are my high-level vassals again? There's not many. The Duke, the Grand Mayor, and the Duke. Alright, let's review your skills. Who would make an okay whatever on the council? Alright, you're mad at us a whole bunch. In great part because you desire Kang, and because of our government mismatch. What if I were to make you my chief minister, and then send you on a mission where you are sure to die horribly and honorably?
That's smart.
Yeah, just go over there. Yeah, let's go into the middle. And so let's see, duchies. Yeah, well actually, yeah, I want that as well. The mountains are the dividing line of the de jure territory we're going after. In order to become as Tibet.
Kang.
We have Kang. We have the hat, the important part. Reunited with Kang. So my high-level vassals now saturate the council. Pretty sure they do. Did I miss anybody? No, our remaining vassal is, well... Alright, we have one other county. Where, in great part, these folks are terrified of our immense mystic power. Understandably.
Yeah, of course.
Let's go be victorious in a war. Oh, and we, yeah, okay, at kingdom level, we can start brandishing claims on whole duchies at a time. Good. Let's go. Well, okay, I'll not use the vassal levies for this.
Probably
Since our
won't need them.
objective is to smooth over diplomacy exactly enough
Yeah.
to get that law passed. Then we immediately betray everyone.
Yeah.
As is correct.
Yeah. Now you're thinking like a true Taoist wizard queen. Possessed demon Taoist wizard queen.
And top of the order. At last, the super wizard.
At the age of 35.
Back at it again. Time to write my book. So yes, spare some soldiers to chase down that pile. And then we get in there. Yeah, they only have 12,000 overall. All of these can afford to pile into the target zone. You can go over there. All of you can be over there. This kid's doing alright. An adequate son.
Alright then.
Writing about theurgy. Look, already most of the council's opinion has come around. Mostly the Grand Mayor who was a problem. Alright, that's one solved. Although replaced by a similarly unpleasant fellow. Writing about rituals. We have spells. He'll probably turn around after this war is over and we've handed him another province. We could destroy one of our ducats. Because the hat isn't necessary when you hold all the counties under the higher level one. Let's liquidate the Duchy of Ermu here. That has and always will be a direct extension of the heartland of Qinghai. Why would you say otherwise? My son is 19. I should arrange him a lady. Yes. Acceptable. Alright, we produced our replacement book on theurgy. What kind of quality
Nice.
are we looking at?
I'm hoping for a full 4.
Yeah, full 4.
Nice.
We have power in books. It is everyone's concern. Always.
Absolutely. Alright, so I've actually got a question.
Hmm?
I have not played enough Crusader Kings to ever bump up against it, or really worry about it for too much, because I've never really played too much of it in general. So your domain limit is how many provinces that you can control directly with no penalty, right?
Yes.
None whatsoever. Then you have a vassal limit, which is how many vassals that you can have up to, like, with no penalty at the same time, right?
Yes.
Now your vassals, how many provinces can they control?
That is entirely determined by their own stats and laws.
Basically, so they have their own domain limit that works the same
Yes.
way as yours.
Each
sort
of these, everyone at count level and higher is playable and plays by the same rules.
Right, okay. So functionally...
Also, yes, audience, I can read. I examined all the buttons. I know that I just invited this someone saying, Chad, no, she isn't chaste. My son's new wife prefers the company of women. That's fine.
That happens, yeah. Weirdly enough, y'all...
Nothing about that contradicts her ability to produce grandchildren.
Yes.
That she won't enjoy the process is an asset.
It means that she won't be actually particularly into her, our son, which is a good thing for us as the terrible demon wizard queen. That means that we can control her in an effective way. Anyway. So the functional size limit that you have is size limit without taking any form of penalties whatsoever, is the number of provinces that you can directly control and the number of provinces that your vassals can directly control, which probably
Yes.
adds together to be like, you know,
Quite large, because then they can in
Like
turn
the
have their
Unisys.
own sub-vassals to further partition of their realms.
yeah, because they become dukes and whatnot, which means that they have access to vassals, and when you become an emperor, they get to be kings too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that just keeps on spiraling out of farther and farther. I bet it's actually incredibly hard to, unless you're, you know, just dominating the entire game, I bet it's actually pretty dang hard to get, like, the actual maximum.
Yes. The limiter that would kick in is if any of your vassals are able to get large enough to claim a title of equal stature to your own, then they would
Right.
become independent automatically. Nice war score. The victory number.
So, like, if a country can't actually put out enough, what do you call it? Put out enough enemy, like, units that fighting them won't generate a decisive battle, does that mean that it'll always take at least 36 months?
Decisive battle is proportional to how large their army is. So if their entire army gets crushed, that's it. That counts.
Alright.
That does the job. Speaking of, here's our fight.
This looks like it'll be pretty decisive, yeah.
We'll be off to a slow start since that stack didn't have any commanders. And they are breaking. Well, now they're reinforced, and some of our leadership is there. I have slightly hubrised the particulars of this war.
Let's not worry about it.
It's fine.
Mm.
This will be one setback. Like, yeah, this is mercenaries and some event troop backing up their regular army. We will deal with this. Dealing with this right now. Not dealing with this yet. We'll get to this. Fortunately, other powers are also pouncing at the opportunity to take stuff post-schism.
Mm-hmm.
Hashemids are after them, and there is an independence war trying to break away somewhere else in their territory.
At some point, they also reasserted a little bit. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, they managed to reabsorb one of their breakaways. And I didn't involve the vassal troops yet, so we can toss those into the mix. It's fine. We have economy to replace soldiers. They, not so much.
If there's one truth of this entire game, it's that we have economy.
The universal truth of business. London has fallen to the Aztecs.
That's not that weird. I mean, they would fall to us really easy,
mean,
and they seem to be pretty
Also, it's
respectable.
exactly between the two main Aztec strongholds of all of France and Scotland.
Yeah, that's
just consolidating.
just smart. That's smart of the Aztecs.
Perhaps we are not so different.
Maybe we're kindred spirits, you and I.
Perhaps this Mexico is itself China.
Maybe. There have been weirder things for China to be. beep.
Perhaps being conquered by an army of blood sorcerers is exactly what Europe needed to sort itself out.
Yeah. That makes a ton of sense.
Diplomacy is blood.
That'll simplify matters so much more than people think it probably would.
Well, we have our target. It's gonna relax. Relax, recover troop numbers. Wait for the inevitable victory.
Yeah. I mean, we've almost won already anyway. Just because we lost a couple of fights, it doesn't mean anything.
A lot of opportunity to build new training grounds. Yeah, most of the entirety of our domain has that tech level now for castle structure, so I should get a wave of those built. There, we have the penultimate light infantry technology. Our archers are that much nearer divinity. Gun is inevitable. A wave of those will help with further building up our outlandish retinue. Our giant wall of archers. See, the mistake of all previous strategists was they never tried building an army that's all skirmishers. It just hasn't been done. Sun Tzu could not have imagined the level of firepower we now possess.
The level of firepower that we have is what some people might call absurd. But in actuality, it's just that they're not ambitious enough. There's no such thing as absurdity.
And there's victory.
Good work.
That wound up directly subordinate to us, so we can go ahead, transfer that into the mayor. Leaving him at minus 27. We're close to just being able to solve this with gift baskets. that standard bureaucratic move.
Yeah.
The true secret of Parliament.
Just tossing gift bags around. Yeah, that's incredibly standard, you know?
Let's send him on a mission. Go find an artifact. That 40 on the libationer is going to be a real problem, since a lot of that is rooted in our sorceress ways. We can at least flip the loan. It's going to take some amount of legislative maneuvering in order to get all of that in line. Yeah, 38. Get 38 opinion out of a gift. That would be strong enough. Spend a year economy on bribes. Good thing we didn't bribe that one first. Since this one is much more approachable. We do lack a laboratory.
Oh man, we've gone through all of this without a laboratory? Wild.
Surely we can invent some manner of device. A powerful tool for changing laws. Wait, no, I already have it. It's bribe. We know that one. That's the oldest technology right there.
Yeah. And I mean, didn't we already outlaw all violence? So it's like, shouldn't be that bad anyway.
That is on the books. Alright, Primogen for Kang. Then we just need balanced gender laws for Kang, and our two kingdoms will be in sync.
Nice.
for which we have to wait at least one generation, but our current heir is male, so that's something we can kick down the road. We have a perfectly serviceable son here, with a perfectly serviceable grandchild. The dynasty is secure. Deleting and reforging Kang is not necessary. Possible, but irrelevant. We have all the tools we need to sync up and create the Double Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since under the next administration, we're projecting a bit less friction than under the Demon Queen.
Yeah, remember, we are under the Demon Queen right now, which might occasionally cause problems when viewed by, you know, the lesser.
It takes the reign of the Demon Queen to convince anyone to be upset with us. Look at this. Look at how much all the hospitals are worth for Temple opinion.
Mm-hmm. They love us.
They love us, the legal construct, but not us, the person.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, they understand that there's really no difference between the two.
Yes. The Queen is the law made flesh.
Right.
To defy her is to provoke the ire of the land itself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's write a paper. Just while we're at it. Yep. Sneezing. Sneezing, which may be signs of cancer.
Oh no!
It's alright. We did this before. It's alright. Bloodletting has occurred. It's fine.
Oof. Oh, thank goodness. Getting to it faster than typical.
Still, only symptoms.
Symptoms might not even mean anything, you know?
Could be a false alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Still fine. Yeah, if we can get another demon rat, that'll solve the diplomacy problem right away. Nope, cancer confirmed.
Well, alright.
Back at it again.
Dang cancerous sneezing.
Nose cancer.
Cancer of the nostrils.
It's fine. We break out the magic. We did this before. Alright, good start. Still cancerous, but we have the focus. We have discarded our frivolous second hand. This will allow us to better align our energies to destroy the disease. Yeah, 10 years of reduced city tax isn't too bad.
It's nothing.
For a bit of grace. These castle towns have to take priority. I mean, it takes 20 years for them to pay back the investment, but we still have that in the campaign. They'll have their chance. Right, that barony is still under the spare branch of the family that we keep tucked away.
Ah, the rainy day branch. Yeah.
Yes. The backup cousins.
Mm-hmm.
The emergency blood reserve.
We need to get some of that good blood back into the family style of thing. You never know when you're gonna need it, you know? Blood doesn't just grow on trees.
When do we get our next opportunity? 1307 is when the truce lapses. Then we go for the final duchy of Canning territory. One of the reasons we often end up in bursts of hyper debt is because I keep this approach of not wanting cash to sit in the treasury.
Yeah.
There are many other schools of play in Crusader Kings where you keep a sizable cash reserve and spend it as needed for specific things.
Yeah.
This is not how I roll. I'm always looking for opportunities to convert liquid into capital.
A lot of people will tell you that, you gotta have a war chest. And I mean, I understand where they're coming from. However, have you considered not? All of that money isn't doing anything if you just, leaving it in a pile.
What if you turned the money into more money 20 years from now?
Yeah.
What if you turned the money into more soldiers who you can use to fight others and get more money? Like, consider the results of how well any moment of prosperity for this kingdom has turned into a feedback loop to make us even more dense and fearsome. Who is this prisoner? We do have a dungeon full of prisoners. I could be ransoming. Prisoners are absolutely not for science. How would we allow such fiends and criminals near any of our delicate equipment?
Yeah.
Their very presence would corrupt the data. Only the most valiant and upright, law-abiding citizens will be taken into the laboratory for dissection. When it is correct and their civic duty. Hello, neighboring clan. That
Hello.
old head, back at it again. One more, and we can go about. Oh, I should have been forging over here instead. That's a much nicer. Well, that's also in Musaid territory at the moment. Or wait, is this a different Musaid? Nope, same Musaid. I guess that's just the underlying texture of the land, making that color look different. Alright, enjoy another season of Anarchy.
Oh, don't we always?
Good times for all. I mean, as good as Gold Hand is, we do have precedent that gold is highly overrated as a metal. It is astounding that people so greatly hype this iron, though. Iron body.
No, iron, though. Yeah.
Steel I can get into. This far in, no one should be acting surprised about how China gets anywhere. China goes as it pleases. China is without borders.
Yeah.
Remember Mongol Spain. Remember Green Italy. Remember Cornwall. You know, Cornwall. In the east of Iberia, it's Cornwall. Nope, some Mongol Spain still exists. Did we get our Iron Hand right away? We did! +2 personal combat skill. It will always be destroyed on death.
Well, all right.
Yet another uprising.
You gotta wonder why they go to these uprisings every single time when we're only in debt for like less than a year now, whenever we go into hyper debt.
Can't even really call it hyper anymore. This is standard debt. Alright, first of all, this will not be promoted. Go ahead and get the B list of commanders together. Circle about, liberate the capital. And then the main event over there. So let's see, in our new set of realm laws here as well. Go ahead and forbid inheritance from leaving realm, which would still be valid at this point if the inheritance snipe is occurring from the other Kang land that is not under our control. That will be a matter of resolving the problem in the next war.
Productive evening. All right.
Also, since we have him tucked away under one of our vassal dukes, they might try to solve the problem themselves. As proper.
Well,
when did this Catholic get here?
Hmm. I think a Catholic eunuch would be a pretty good gift.
Lord Emperor likes tributaries, dislikes Germanic.
Well, it seemed like he was Chinese. He just
Yes.
also is Catholic.
Just also Catholic.
Yeah. He's just part of, you know, the weird religious conclave of Catholics that we have. I vaguely remember that being a thing that we have, yeah.
On your way.
And of course, we have always had a long history of Jews in the Empire. That's no
Yes.
problem. Always appreciate them.
Except for that one time during the plague when things got a bit out of hand.
That wasn't us.
That
we
incident.
appreciated them still. It was,
Yes, they
you
were
know,
always welcome in the palace, if they could make
Yeah.
it there through the plague riot.
Yeah. Honestly, if you do a peasant uprising and the only thing you get out of it is just losing an eye, that's nothing.
That is remarkably tame.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I already have that one. That's the wrong target. Can I just nudge you over, Chief Minister? How long is the cooldown on that? We gave you the wrong paperwork. That was the old paperwork.
You know, wasn't the son-in-law that we ate actually our queen's first marriage? Or was that her
Yes.
father? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Our current ruler's first husband was killed and eaten by our father during the plague siege.
That's right, yeah.
Good times. That is the father of our heir.
Mm-hmm.
Meat man.
He was meat. Devoured.
Disgraceful garbage meat human. As he is noted on his grave.
The grave, which only contains a skeleton, because we ate all the flesh.
Plagues are good times.
Plagues are wonderful. This is the only time we actually got hit by a bad plague, too. Because it was the... It unfortunately lost steam before it managed to make it all the way over to the barbarous west, but it did get halfway there.
Yes. Alright. Son and designated heir, get in the order. It's time for magic.
Man, look at that learning. He's gonna be great.
It's a good kid. Waiting for October so I can redirect my chief minister to the actual target.
We got a nice and talented council right now. Nice.
Quite capable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with one of the diplomacy hires still on the table. Could just as well rob him of his position and put, say, our former apprentice, our good wizard nephew, in charge of all spiritual matters. Go forth, spread the way.
Why did our former apprentice have a -20 in us? He hated us so much.
Well, he's a claimant.
Oh yeah, that would make sense then.
He has an appropriate level of ambitious hatred.
Yeah.
He is our rival. He learned well. We're proud of him.
Yes.
That's my boy. That's my sister's boy, brother's boy. How am I related to you, child? Explain yourself. Half sister's boy.
Right. Was the half sister the one who just died?
Recently, yes.
All right.
A couple years ago, heart attack. Very
So our
natural.
full-
Definitely not a curse that we put forth in order to motivate him to seize true power.
Our normal sister, well, our full sister, she died recently as well, but that's not that weird. I really think more about it, and we've got our terrifying demon wizard queen with a iron hand.
She's a great leader.
Continuing to declare war on this child.
This is a different child. There are many children to the south whom we must destroy.
Okay, different child.
Gather the army. The war on children must continue. And there's this one residual holding here that we didn't actually get alongside the province takeover. Squint at the religion map again. Ah, good. Another chief minister. Pursuing the duties of his office to the rightful end. You did well. But we're still working on the current disease. Let's get treated.
Oh, do we still
Apply
have
the
cancer?
magic. Become drunk.
Nice. Learn more about those stars.
If all diseases descend from the sky, then their appropriate antigens must also be in space.
That's smart. That makes sense. Is this place that you're attacking literally just these two provinces?
It's also a couple more on the other side of the border, and a bunch of gore deeper into India.
Gotcha.
It's miscellanea.
There's just little bits and pieces of tubo everywhere. I see.
Yeah. It's what happens when you don't carefully control your family tree and centralize your realm. Camp fever breaking out in the hills. That might try to reach for us. They don't even fully own the provinces that we're besieging. This war is nonsense.
Ah, the single soldier has popped up again.
He found friends.
Good work.
We don't have any barony gore happening over in Kang right now. All of our baronies are in line there. More of a westward problem as we go into fractured Musaid. Got plenty of that over here. It gets set up because the mosques here are especially resilient to being conquered. As long as the local populace holds out, which, actually, you've spread the way. Who are you answering to right now? Nobody. You're on your own. I should fight you. I need to subjugate that rogue mosque. Likewise, do you belong to anybody? You answer to the Aldulis. Cease to be lazy. I can clean some of these up. Those two at least. They will not accept vassalization. Mostly on the backs of religious difference. You just go in the hole. I do not have time to deal with you. Treacherous cousin. Into the pit with you. Oh, what do you know? He wants a non-aggression pact.
Wow, wild.
No.
Absolutely not. Why would we ever make a non-aggression pact? What?
You must be new here.
Please, you must be new here. Why don't you let me gouge out one of your eyeballs and we'll move forward?
Let's discuss this over some boiling tar. Forward army did not even need commanders.
There we go. Oh man, look at those borders just starting to, you know, tendril their way out.
Mm-hmm. Slow and steady envelopment. Yanbo here. He's served us well. He's a fine general. How would you like to be a count? Yeah. Congratulations. Go style yourself a proper name. Possible location of treasure demands investigation. Full power. Always.
Of course.
Ah, an independent Zhang is back. Wonderful. The
Nice.
better to be destroyed.
Look at all these tasty neighbors. Oh, we are getting very close, though, to our western neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the real ones.
Oh, that's Alduli. They've... Well, we've never met them before, really.
They are... We might call them sizable.
It's sizable, but not especially centralized. That's all very sparse land. Only 4 domain under their crown.
Or...
They're vassal large. They're large for Westerners. This discoloration here. What are you? Pastor Goodland. This Norse Orthodox, momentarily independent warlord.
I guess, like, sort of like landed Varangians, I guess?
Oh, never mind. They're gone the moment we looked at them. This is now Simasil's land here. Of Kiev.
Alright. Welcome to Kiev.
It's Kiev now. It's fine. Teutonic Order is taking more land. Ah, those brothers.
Those wild Teutons over there.
Let cash refill, subjugate that fellow.
17. Is that a different former child?
This is the child we fought a while ago, I think.
Okay, the first child.
Who is brother of the other child.
Gotcha, okay.
That was a classic Gavel-kind schism between three young siblings,
Right, yes.
of which two further siblings are waiting out there somewhere.
Oh, we can have another vassal.
Yeah, vassal limit scales off your diplomacy, which is why part of why ours has always been so terrible.
That would make sense, yeah. However, domain limit scales off of our stewardship, right? So
Yes.
that's also why it's been so good, for part of why it's been so good for the entire game, because if there's anything Taoists are good at, aside from being incredibly high learning wizards, it's stewardship.
We know a thing or two about economy.
Yeah. Bureaucracy. It's a religion made entirely of bureaucracy. It's actually wild being a falconer as the wizard queen, because she just uses her, iron hand.
Get
as
her
the falconer
iron
glove.
hand modified. Have a spare iron hand that is the bird mount.
Yeah.
You have a whole collection of hands. We get the hand integrated with the gun.
Can we get the hand integrated with the bird? Now we're talking.
Can we get an iron bird?
Can we just put the gun on the bird?
A prize of 5 economies to the man who can make iron fly.
Oh wow, we have 6 diplomacy now.
Yeah, getting infirm though.
Uh-oh.
Entering middle age while still cancerous. Doing its thing.
We have had cancer for a long time. That's true.
There we go. Subjugated.
Nice.
Yeah, there's an entirely acceptable time to allow for inheritance and hold on. E. E is still a thing.
E.
The legacy of E
Oh
continues.
man. I know it's just a name, but I guess it's just for like pronounce as Dawa right there.
It's a nice bit of emergent behavior that, if some manner of hiccup causes an anomalous name to occur, that it can stick around out of just default behavior for naming being to look at the ancestors of a character.
Nice.
You can have whole error dynasties. No, Tiny Tubo King, you do not get to marry my daughter.
Didn't we just eat you?
We just finished pummeling your face.
Absolutely not. Maybe you don't remember it because you were pretty young. But we just beat you up like a little while ago.
Hmm. Hmm. So our previous successful treatment in here somewhere, yeah, mystically altered. Last till July of 09. And we can seek further medicine.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more than half a year away. You know, have we ever gone for not the wizard option? Like, when we were presented it?
When available, always.
Good. Alright.
Magic is the strongest and most correct of medicines.
Yeah, of course. I'm agreeing with you and all that. I was just wondering if we had ever slipped up even once.
Alright, let's fight. Face me, neighbor.
They are of actual reasonable size. This is going to be a real fight.
Yes, this will be a proper punch-up.
Wait, why do we have an army in our borders right now?
They were passing through, coincidentally,
Ah, alright.
before the declaration, so now they are getting up in arms. It's fine.
Level 7 castle infrastructure.
Yeah.
We have pretty tough castles.
We know a thing or two about land management.
Yeah.
And right, get the honor guard tagged in.
Honor.
Honor. Yeah, 5k difference in our army size. And that's with them using some event troops from somewhere as well.
So long as they don't just like blindside us, we're probably good then. Because
Yeah,
we do also
and-
likely have better generals, and also we have the gun.
Yes. As Hindu, I don't think they should have too much spontaneous army generation sorcery going on.
I don't know. Maybe.
Alright, there's a favorable engagement. Cleans those up nicely, and then we roll forward towards our marshalling points. We have a nice broad border to work with. And a budget of actually bleeding soldiers relatively quick. Well, bleeding cash relatively quickly.
That's unfortunate.
But we're on the scale of having months of operating budget
Right.
rather than years or indefinite. We've managed to militarize heavily enough to engage our economy.
Yeah. And we still haven't reached full prosperity on all the provinces that have been prosperous again, I'm pretty sure.
Not quite.
Yeah.
And a
we're
fair
getting
amount
close.
of that is that I am running the retinue reload at full speed. If I ease off on that, that'll save a fair amount of budget.
Man, we're getting close to jacking the southern silk trade as well.
We are.
Yeah, we're moving down there. We're almost like about to cross on over. We control the northern silk trade's like entry point from the east. So if we grab that, we almost have complete
Yeah,
control over
this
them.
spot here is another node where we can set up a trade post.
Mm-hmm. So we might become even richer as we move south.
Or let me go ahead and confirm. Not here. Otherwise, the local AI would have done it, but somewhere around over here. There's a trade post. So there's going to be even more of that mad silk money.
Yeah. That good silk money.
Alright, get our soldiers spread out and ready to quickly converge on any real fight. We can actually put them all in one spot on our side of the border. Our infrastructure is that good. Let's limit how much we're extending into hostile territory at a time.
I love that size 70 army currently sieging Lingzhou. There's 70 guys over there with... There were 70 guys over there with, like, a bow and a stick between them.
They're so brave.
They are trying so hard.
They put on a good show.
They're just they were sieging a hospital, I guess.
Hospitals actually aren't siege targets. They never have a garrison.
Well, I mean, that would make sense.
It's a very rowdy crowd in line waiting for soup. I mean, the war budget on the one hand, but treasure! Gotta get that! It's fine. We borrow. We have connections. Alright, yeah. When we are not refilling the retinue at all, we are solvent with the army up. Can't be hiring more professionals. Why are we getting this mail? Jurchen Band? We didn't hide Jurchen Band?
What?
Oh wait, I'm misreading. The Jurchen Band are betraying somebody else and offering to work for us.
Oh.
Hello, Jurchen Band, then, if you're... Where you at, Jurchens? Over here. Free Jurchens!
Huh. Okay.
Alright, Jurchens, pick a castle and beat the shit out of it, I guess. No, we then immediately ran out of money and they betrayed us. Jurchens! I guess that's on me for not immediately firing them. Jurchens. Jurchens, calm down. Jurchens, would you relax? On the other hand, hey, Jurchens, you want some land? Want to come over here and maybe seize a province? Jurchens?
You want to get a little land in Jurchens?
You know, long ago, another mercenary captain once stood upon these very mountains, made himself a king. That could be you, Jurchens. It could be the turtles of our era.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of the Turtle King?
So yes, the Jurchens sent a letter offering to serve us, and then before we could reply to say no, they sent a second letter complaining they had not yet been paid and declaring war. Jurchens, do you know how long it takes for mail to climb a mountain?
years, sometimes. Decades, even.
We're still waiting for mail that was written at the dawn of time.
The reason why we kept on getting mail from the Protectorate General that was so, like, kind and, polite, even when we were at war with him, is because he filed it years and years ago. His predecessor filed it.
The mail will arrive, eventually.
The rain, neither rain, nor sleet, nor slow, nor gloom of night will stop the postmen for their duty, eventually.
Mail is inevitable.
Man, that province is called Medog.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on. Main battle found us.
Uh-oh.
We are now attacking into mountain actually pretty well right now in the opening skirmish. They have elephants. They lack heavy cavalry.
Ooh.
We have twice as many archers as they do. Yeah, one of those situations where their numbers advantage is all light.
Yeah, and light infantry just get peppered by archers, and I mean, die
Perforated
immediately.
by our missile troops.
Yeah. I would assume the pikemen are also pretty weak to that.
Maybe? Pikemen bring plenty of morale, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's almost nothing as moralizing as having a really, really long blade stick.
Alright, that's going bad now.
Yeah, our center flank is, well, center is bad.
The
too,
follow-up
but-
battle will be fun.
Yeah. And we did some damage in that fight anyway, so.
Yes.
Followed by our,
Sit back. You cannot turn the Iron Body against us. We have mastered its secrets. Don't fall into that one. Yeah, meet them back here. Gotta mass up for the main event. 31,000 of us.
versus 25,000 of them.
Yeah, just about. Maybe 26.
Yeah, about.
And there's the Jurchens. Hold on. We have to go settle a labor dispute. We'll be right with you. Just some business.
Hello, Jurchens.
Jurchens.
Do they have a ton of heavy cavalry? Because they're supposed to.
They do not. They are light and archer.
Well. The real-life Jurchens were extremely famous for their heavy cavalry.
And the Musaid army is actually walking away from us. And taking attrition. Because their organization tech isn't as good as ours.
Nice!
Alright, Jurchens, let's settle this. No one is going to pay you, Jurchens. Go home. No one asked you to be here, Jurchens.
Hey, we'd like to fight for you. Hey, why aren't you paying us?
We have not yet discovered the ritual that allows us to transmit value directly to you over the astral plane.
You didn't even give us the chance to, like, send someone to pay you.
And if you want that to work, you do have to send us some of your hair and blood so we can establish the link.
Yeah. You went ahead and almost completely slaughtered them. Highly
Yep.
respectable.
What it takes. There we go. 31 v26 on friendly plains territory. That is a good fight we've orchestrated there.
Yep.
And we get to tear up the first 3k on our own for free. There we go. There's a grand battle.
Yeah, this is gonna be decisive.
Thousands dead each day.
Nice. Nice. This is the real fight right here.
This is where modern warfare begins.
Yep. The sheer numbers that were involved in Chinese warfare were not, like, seen again in wars for a good, 1,000 years, almost. Back in the Tang and, like, going forward. Think about this. In the year 1950, there were, like, less than half the people on the planet than there are now. Back in the year, like, 1100, China had nearly 200 million people already.
Alright, Doctor. Round 3. Give me the magic.
Yeah, just mess me up. Ghost hand. Try the ghost hand, it'll work this time.
Alright,
Hey, brave
quick
and
cold
zealous.
walk. Become brave and zealous. That's good. However, that is not yet the move, Doctor. You gotta go in for the real magic. Once again, war is no excuse to not hunt treasure. Alright, Jurgens are back for another fight. And Musaids are also back for another fight. Alright, this is about to wrap up nicely. Alright, fresh ruler who gets to inherit the previous war. Welcome. Our demon-free, wondrous new ruler who has inherited a skull trophy, a gun, many books. Every generation, the ceremony to hand out the inheritance gets longer. It is speculated that someday in the future, the reading of the will may take longer than the reign of each subsequent king. It's a really extensive document. Alright, meet the new boss. First we do the scholarship. Alright, Churching's defeated. And next super plague emerging from the Byzantines. A fresh round of Black Death. Western flavor. And there we go, with all the, with the Vault having time to settle in, we got our domain limit and what have you. Ever live, new monarch. And victory. Economy restored to normal, realm stable and prosperous. We are threatening. Damn right. And just get this all carved up well and good. You there, man who I just created from the abyss. How would you like land? Yes, so 10 years into this reign, we'll be able to adjust the other half of the inheritance laws for Kang, and then we'll be in sync. Yep, use the Imperial Court as our traditional outlet to dispose of siblings. Nice way to clean up potential pretenders. And we now occupy all of Kang. Leaving us free to turn our attention west. There we go, the fabrication is underway. Ongoing. Did we inherit our mother's physician? Yes. She is still around. And herself has cancer. Intriguing. A disease of sympathy. Up to 30 out of 75 provinces. Halfway there. May want to ladder climb a little to be sure we get up the ranks at a reasonable pace. Plague is nowhere near us. The Protector can generate a decent amount of soldiers when calling upon the Empire. We might be on pace to Empire by the end date. Wouldn't hurt to get some kind of leg up on the process. Five more provinces and we could usurp Tubo. Where with its total of 21, that would be a fair amount of the rest of the way. Momentary distraction. ongoing distraction. Concluded distraction. The usual antics with indecisive cats. Going after Yemen again. Went after Yemen again. As should be self-evident to anyone, Egypt is China. Yes. Ah, and we managed to drift this duchy out of Tubo. On the one hand, we now have less of Tubo. On the other... Let's see. Yeah, we need a total of 9. Now we need to add 7. Yeah, that is a setback for trying to usurp Tubo as a concept. Still, though, that drift. This is our thing we do. That's the move. Bring more archers. Need a replacement wife.
Oh.
It happens.
My cats are finally in, huh?
Ah, yes, you've been away a while. The
Mhm.
queen is dead.
Long live the hammer.
Yes. Renji the Second, the Hammer. The First.
He's pretty good.
He's alright. That is me. That orb.
Handsome orb there.
It's a good button you found. 3 months running. Enlightening. Alright, so there's another claim down. Will give us this duchy. Getting into this kingdom becomes a bit rougher. Made of many small bits. Alright. Okay, another schism. Good times. Need an excuse to attack them.
All these schisms do mean that they're all always just ripe for the eating.
Mm-hmm. Whole area is
They are-
remaining nicely fragmented. It's really refreshing to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's still some Musaid, but it is very heavily fragmented again.
Tubo, 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 tubo.
The many Tubei.
Ugh. I don't like hearing it in plural.
I don't like hearing it in singular.
Well, it sounds like between the two of us, we just don't like hearing about it.
I'll have to do something about that.
Let's destroy Tubo.
Justification for war. Bad mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, my son's already plotting his first murder. You got noticed, but good effort. Next time, don't get caught.
Yeah.
$6,590 full-time soldiers. Out of, yeah, they're still refilling to 6,650.
$6,650. Ah, so close to auspicious.
So close. number of the domesticated beast.
The neighbor of the beast.
Adhikavi, the Avenger of Tubo. Tubo's Revenge. And let's see, I'll only need a couple of regiments. Let's just go with the core duchy. What is the Earth? The recurring question. Yeah, just another ambitious arch rival with decent intrigue. The usual. It's that point in the cycle. It satisfies the balance. Then that Ducat gives us a reason to attack Kathmandu briefly, so we can do a quick follow-up on that war. Start getting into their slice of this. Next fabricate we'll need will be over here. That'll let us start to slice west. There we go. Establish local supply for it. And publish book. Benji II, the Hammer, the Scholar. a fine rain. Yeah, 47 learning. Adequate. Dependable. He does all right by the family. Really? Hmm. Mysterious. We may have lost track of some important family threads somewhere. It happens. Aristocracy. I'll go deal with next Bond revolt here. Our wife has rabies. Fascinating.
Oh,
How did that get there?
a rabid wife. Interesting.
Well, that sorted itself out. Well, on to third wife.
It happens.
Mercenary field surgeon. Who's already missing a hand. Perfect. Ambition.
I think King the Hammer has the current record for highest learning out of all of our wizard line.
At 49? Maybe.
Ten, 12, 17, 12, 49 is an okay stat line, I guess.
Serviceable?
Could be better.
Would be louder. Do need a new apprentice. And our eldest son is old enough.
Who would ever want to apprentice under us? What can we offer? As we know at 49 Learning, we know nothing. The stars know everything. Ooh, sorry. That was just some latent possession by our mother, kicking in. It sounded like Buddhism talk to me. No, we know everything. Everyone should be wanting to,
We
to
know that
apprentice
all
under
is
us.
void.
Yeah.
For we are the masters of the abyss. As it was 3 generations ago when we created the Black Death and set it loose upon the world to punish
Whoa.
them for their failures.
Smart.
Any day now. Yep, that's purely lack of a decisive battle holding us back. We can wait. Who is Gyug?
Jug? Gyug.
Go fight Gyug.
Hello,
Gyug, get off my lawn. The raiders these days, they just don't measure up. Our castle's too big. We finally did it.
They can't even, like, try to raid us anymore?
There's not enough of them to siege. They can, like, scrape up the bit of value that's not protected by the walls, and that's it.
Got those real good castles.
Which, you know, means we still have to go out there and crush them, because that's our value.
Yeah. They probably still did a little bit of, like, pillaging along the sides.
Yes.
And we can't let that happen.
The Crusade for France, to liberate France from the Aztecs.
Well, alright then.
Why Aztec Revolt? Hey there, syphilis. Consuming France.
Ah,
Good
syphilis is
times.
finally here.
Yeah.
That'll spread basically everywhere. God, there's a little bit of smallpox hanging out there in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to make any jokes about France specifically. Everywhere had syphilis.
Everywhere had syphilis. Everywhere blamed it on their neighbors.
Yup. And it was embarrassing to have syphilis. So there's a lot of people who died in, like, weird fake ways. Because they just died of syphilis.
But you couldn't say that on the record.
Yeah. Fussy and affectionate, both of which cancel out.
Contradictory. You can't be educated. You're
Well,
compatible
sorry.
with nothing. Jug has wandered off.
Didn't even stick around for us to crush him. You coward, Gilg.
He'll never make it in the world that way. My rival, this teen.
So when did you start this war?
Almost 3 years ago now. We're getting there.
Yeah.
2 years and 11 months.
Okay, so we're literally 1 month away.
Yes. Soon.
Soon.
Soon. There. Alright, so... Duchy is in the hands of someone at war. Gotta wait on that.
Ah, that slow but steady. Just.
Yonbo
dipping
has
down.
managed to start a family, though. Good on him. Enjoy your new land, not yet Duke of the surrounding area. Someday.
God, we're so close to breaking 50 learning. A character with 50 learning. Not a country, a character. That one guy.
One man.
We need to, like, lose a hand or something.
Maybe if we start scrying.
The Hammer's family all around him is dying of disease, but he's fine.
Yes. That is the power of the hammer. So wait, have we been, not raining long enough yet. Finish revising Kang. It is year 7 of our raid.
We're almost
13,
capable
20.
of Kang. Kankable.
Another disagreeable word.
See, in this case, I like that disagreeable word.
Okay, Yug's back, and he's at least going for the center. There you go, that's the spirit.
Okay, fine.
Fight me
Gil.
on my lawn. Another victory for too many archers.
Or is it just enough, Archer?
Is it not yet enough archers?
Man, I think that might be it.
Where are we on the archery curve?
I think we're on an arc upwards.
A new stable plateau for numbers of archers.
And there are still further, higher levels to go. We will have as many archers as the heavens themselves. As many archers as there's stars in the sky.
An arrow for every drop of rain.
An arrow being piercing every individual grain of sand in the deserts.
I mean, what do you need a sword for that you couldn't do with a small enough crossbow?
It's true.
Take a crossbow, add a knife. Perfect weapon. It has no weakness. Try it.
5.8 plus 5.8.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Could be more.
Could be.
It's there. Respectable to some. Someone could call that an accomplishment.
We're actually getting border size now. I just like... Remember when we were like a single province? 2 maybe?
Hard to imagine.
Dark times back 500 years ago.
Good that we've restored our rightful ancestral lands, mostly.
You have to deal with that awful Tang dynasty. Remember that?
Ah, those usurpers. The Silk Road trade post over here in Lhasa. Bastard nephew, you deserve greatness. Once we're able to claim that, there will be another rather sizable spike of cash. Our new neighbors in the Chahinda Sultanate. Taking some time off for the prosperity boost. Once that clears, then we get back on the fight path. Now, the first trade post gets a bit looted from time to time. Also, we don't have it, like, overcharged with trade deals. Alright, so let us identify one of our books that is less than perfect. We will give that to the Emperor. Our current Universal Panacea is flawed. Likewise, our Astrology and our Transmute of Alchemy. Send the Panacea over to the Emperor. Once we have the knowledge, we write the new book. Yes, my Emperor, we send you this gift of the cure to most of the illnesses. All the interesting ones.
A cure to some. We still can't seem to get cancer for good. It's one of those fucked up moons.
Send you this errata to our previous book that was the cure to all diseases. universal in that all of these diseases occur in the universe. Cures within not valid against supernatural illness. The crusade for France has failed. The Pope is in jail.
That makes
There
sense.
was briefly in. Might not currently be.
Was briefly in jail.
Was briefly in jail. The Aztecs maintain their grip. Alright, book. Alright, hey look, Organization 7, the next big thing in military.
Oh boy.
What if even more retinue?
What if even more archers?
Consider that the army was content with the previous number of archers, despite our abundant knowledge of larger numbers. We could go bigger.
There could be more.
What if between each archer we put another archer? Then behind each of those archers, another archer.
That's a large number of archers. Do you think it's going to be good?
It is a start. We found a bear.
Nice.
Our chief minister found a bear.
Falcon can beat a bear, right?
A bear doesn't have wings.
Yeah. The Falcon will
The
inevitably
falcon
win.
has the high ground.
Yeah. The Falcon will inevitably win because the bear can't hit it.
That's right. Took out that bear.
Fine one.
Yep, gotta focus on that universal panacea. Yes, what is a bear against the strength of 2 guns? And another dead wife.
Are we cursed?
Or are our wives cursed?
Is the position of our wife cursed?
It merits investigation. How... You have 17 stewardship despite being slow. Wow, that is someone who has persevered and achieved.
That's a true
1,
bureaucrat
2,
right there.
0, 4, 17. Alright, wife 4. And top of the order. Let's see, how'd that book turn out? Back to quality 4.
Excellent. 50 learning.
50 learning. Let us convene the council. It's time to invent. It is also time for treasure. Six points of economy tech every month. Let us invent an economy.
$50 learning on a character when kingdoms often don't get that much. Honestly, when they don't usually get that much.
It's okay. Oh, and we can, we could alter our own laws at the moment. Need no fuzzy counts.
Our domain limit is 13 right now. Nice.
Yes. Have to send, like, 2 gifts. Real quick.
A couple of our counts, like, really love us. You're the good king. The hammer.
Right, we don't have cash to give out right now for gifts.
We will in a few months, though.
Yeah. Hey, you want to come look at space?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's just invite some people over to do science. Come on over, hang out. Always push the limits. Alright, so let's see. What are the causes of you want a seat on the council, and you're a good diplomat. You're a better diplomat than our current counselor. There you go. Got it. Law solved.
Oh, did we solve law again?
Yes, we have resynchronized the law.
Nice.
You are unimpressed with astronomy. Very well. Daughter, what do you have a claim on?
Shalkar?
Shalkar. That is in Kathmandu. Daughter, how did you get this, and why didn't you mention it? That's a free war.
Well, okay. If we succeed in this war, do we just get that province?
Yes.
That one? In the middle of Kathmandu?
Let's find out.
Anyway, thanks, daughter, for the free war. We are at minus 284 cash dollar.
That's fine. We are
I
that
guess you
back.
just, yeah, I guess if you just don't raise all the levies all in one go, you're good.
Yeah, we do
And
not
Kathmandu-
need the full army to deal with.
Yeah, Kathmandu probably isn't even that large.
They have mere single thousands.
Oh.
Four-figure army. What is this? We made a new blast furnace.
Hey, nice. That's good news, at least.
Yeah. How this should work, that will install our daughter as Countess of that province. And then because we are family, we will get to be her overlord. When you press claims, if you are of same dynasty or if it is in your de jure territory, you get to reign over them. And if your title is larger than the one you're pressing for. Otherwise, you install the person and they appreciate it, but they do end up in whatever realm is supposed to legally contain them. Alright, in we go. I suppose that would be the main thing I could be doing to try to accelerate our conquest of the plateau. I start actively playing into Dynasty shenanigans and looking for chances to snipe titles.
That would speed things up a bit.
That is your more powerful means of claim manipulation, even if I'm not usually interested in doing it.
Mm-hmm. Got two Ningxi revolts to the west that I think are separate from each other. Maybe?
Yeah, it's two emblems.
Alright.
Revolt for claim, revolt for independence. Stabbed in the face by a stag, just as I predicted, proving I'm the strongest wizard.
Nice.
And one-eyed for even more learning.
Nice! Hell yeah!
Prophecy fulfilled.
Now we're an Odin. What?
Yeah.
This is
Odin
crazy.
with a gun.
There have been so many Odins going around our territory, and now we are one? Jeez, that's great.
Alright, so let me confirm enemy troop count here. 7,000 on a good day. Keep all 12 of these together, or that's 7,000. That's 5 we can hold in reserve. Since we're also now cutting the area in half. At those mountain edges. So I suppose what's happening, presumably, let's see, claimant daughter is this one. Yeah, must have gotten it from her mother? Does the House of Lig have a presence out here? Yeah. Yeah, her uncle is a baron out here. That's what's going on. The advantages of cycling many wives. The dynasty has collected all sorts of debris. Gore was bleeding because we had not yet seized our target province. As the aggressor, you are obligated to actually go out and seize what you've claimed. They're kind of starting to organize their forces. They might try to repel us soon. And yes, those Byzantines are persisting. They're digging in a little. All of my children deserve greatness. That is their inheritance. The Byzantine Empire has agreed to become a tributary of China.
What? What?
Byzantium. Is China?
The Byzantines are China.
Sure.
Rome is China. Rome was always China.
It was always Chinatown.
You're stop.
Europe,
Stop,
no.
you're gonna get in trouble.
Europe, you're going to jail. Although this might mean that the move is going to happen. That is a chain of circumstances that could lead to Aztec v China.
Aztec v
The
China.
decisive conflict. The turning point of all human history.
They're gonna meet in the middle, and either everything is destroyed, or they're going to merge into one super China. Or super Aztec, depending on who dominates.
Depending on which side you live in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Bastard adventurer. In fact, yeah, that's one of my rivals. I taught him to despise me, and he is in the process of fulfilling his destiny.
Alright, he's doing a good job. He's just not going to succeed.
Good luck.
Yeah. Go for it.
Your death will be glorious.
Did we cause this? Did we cause Europe to get all screwy? do you think?
Impossible.
Is this our fault? I have to know.
We are innocent. What could we have done to bring about this?
Well, you know that whole...
We are a humble people on the mountain. We do not concern ourselves with the affairs of the outside world.
A butterfly flaps its wings and, 1,000 miles away, a hurricane forms.
That is the way of things.
Did I say a beetle? I meant a butterfly. No, let's stick with it. A beetle flaps its wings.
Okay, an isolationist emperor has arrived on the throne. Things are gonna cool off for a bit.
Immediately after getting tributary Rome.
Yep, there it is. The name refreshed. There's Western Protectorate breaking its spine across Anatolia. Congratulations.
Why? Why did you become a tributary of China, Santia? What? Why
It's the
would
cool
you do
new
that?
move.
They're all the way over there.
What? They're just doing like they do in Persia, like they do in Egypt, like they do in Yemen. Yol Yemen.
Well, how has Yemeni China stuck around for so long? Why can't any of these jihads or crusades succeed? God damn it.
Because they're trying to defy the natural order. This is correct. This is the universe aligning itself to a higher existence.
I'm breaking character right now because this is the most messed up I've ever seen the map of Crusader Kings get. I can't believe this has happened.
Wait, that was over a barony specifically? Okay. It's one that is now of our realm. Good. Small victories are still victories. And now we can usurp that. Pass it on down to our good, helpful general. Congratulations, Duke. Another mastermind theologian daughter. She has the family curve. Except also good at diplomacy. Chosen one.
She's pretty good.
Her
Was this
son, though ambitious, stubborn and frail.
I think this was our paradox child who couldn't specialize, but did manage to get both anyway, basically.
And has claims to another scrap of land in Kathmandu. Yes. This is heaven's will.
Do we have an apprentice right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Our eldest son is our current apprentice, and he's terrible at it.
It's taking a whole long while. All right.
That's why I disinherited you. Now hand me that beaker.
Yeah, Europe has been messed up this entire game, basically. It got wild early on.
There we go. Arrange a nice wedding for our daughter. And there we go. There's a fine fortuitous set of numbers to close on. 689 gold, 6899 prestige. Favorable omens for a prosperous realm.
Extremely favorable, extremely prosperous, and extremely auspicious.
Next time, ongoing ambitions.